There was a popular phrase that the clothing made a man. And over the years, there have been so many attempts to try to debunk that theory because, we've been told that, well, you should look at a person's character, their abilities, their personality, and not their outward appearance. Well, that's nice to say, but we all do it. We all make those assumptions based on people's appearance, especially the first time around. Now, once you get to know a person and you've seen them in one aspect and you know who they are, then it doesn't matter what their appearance is all about, because you already know them. But if you've never met this person before and you just take a glance, it makes a difference. You immediately make judgment calls. Now, I have two instances where I've seen this happen on a personal level. One was when I was working on a film, I should say. The film was about gods and goddesses on Mount Olympus. So everyone had to be, Grecian-style costumes. And this one guy who was supposed to play Zeus was actually a motorcycle rider. And, he belonged with a motorcycle gang. And he came in and I showed him the costume for him to try on. And he was like, oh, man, I can't wear that. This is a dress. What my friends say, I can't go around like this. This is ridiculous. I say, I'll tell you what. Just try it on. We'll talk to the director. We'll see what we need to do to make whatever adjustments we need to make. Just relax. We've got this. So he tried it on. And he instantly became Zeus. It was like he was just parading around, and it was like he was God, and he was like, you couldn't stop him. He saw himself in the mirror, and he became that character. All the thoughts of what his friends would say went away. He was living in that costume. And, by the time we got through finishing up with his scenes, I had to beg him to get out of it. He was because, we were going to do more scenes the following day. But he was not getting out of it. He was loving being this character. But he saw himself and he became who he saw in the mirror. Now, on the second occasion, it was more personal. It was about me. And normally I think about what I look like a little bit, at least, before, doing any errands or anything else like that. But this time I was really in a rush. It was just one item that I had to run downtown real quick to pick up. And, I wasn't thinking about, my presentation. I just needed to get this item and get back. So I rushed downtown, parked, and I was on the street walking towards the store. I had to stop at a light. And I was standing there at the light waiting for it to change. Somebody drove up and offered me $1. And I was saying, no, thanks, but they thought I was homeless. And if I was them and I was looking at me, I probably would have thought I was homeless also. There was, in that particular area, there are quite a few homeless people, as is all over L.A. But I didn't look my best or even my mediocre. I just, old t-shirt, some baggy jeans, and didn't do anything with my hair. I just went downtown because, the people that I deal with, they know me. They've seen me in better days. But, so I wasn't really concerned about it. But that really woke me up to the fact that the perception of who I was. Now, if I had been in shirt and tie, they wouldn't have done that. And I don't wear shirt and tie all the time. But, if I had been a little more presentable or thought about my appearance, that probably wouldn't have happened. I can't guarantee it wouldn't have happened, but because people have picked up on what a homeless person should look like, and I fit that bill. So that wasn't, any discrimination on anybody's part. It's just that I fit into that box. And so I know, and I can almost prove to each and every one of you that it makes a difference. Try this. Just one day, just try this. Get dressed as if you were going to some special event. I'm not talking about where you look like you're going to the club on Saturday night as a hooker or anything else like that. but something really nice, something very special, and just go grocery shopping, or just go, around your normal routine when you're out, and see the respect and the changes that people will come up to you, make excuses to come up to you to say something nice to you, or to be of service, or to be of help, or just to say, give you a compliment or whatever. Things you wouldn't normally get on a regular day. But we're used to dressing like trash, and when we're treated like trash, we don't understand why. Why, nobody respects me. We resent that look, and then we expect something different. But try it. Just try it. I dare you. I double dare you to try it.